And the UN have set out to end AIDS by 2020. Do you think that's achievable?
No.
No?
No, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Les personnes ont continué à mourir après 1996. Je pense qu'il y a eu, en 1996, il y a eu une erreur des médias qui est assez terrible, où on avait l'impression qu'ils ont crié la victoire, comme si les trithérapies allaient nous sauver, ce qui n'est pas le cas du tout, puisque des personnes ont continué à mourir ensuite.
You know, how many times did I hear over the last 25 years we will have vaccination? There's no way to be seen.
AIDS is on the rise in the whole of Europe. Everywhere where medication is available, AIDS is on the rise. Why? Because it's not a deadly disease anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, we have treatment, yes, but no cure. And I think, I'm 49 now. In my lifetime, I will not see that.
I don't think you can erase an infection where 34 million people now are infected. If you see in all the countries of Europe and the United States, if you see the quantity of people infected, it goes up everywhere.
Donc c'était pas un remède, c'était un traitement qui allongeait notre vie, qui nous sauvait pas. On a toujours l'épée j'ai toujours une épée au-dessus de la tête. Je suis pas sauvé du tout.
HIV is for most of the people, it's just a word with 3 letters. The fault is in prevention, because prevention has always emphasized the deadly disease. It's a deadly disease and so hard, so hard, so hard. But the disease has changed so much and so quickly in the last years that it's not a deadly disease, it's a chronic infection. I wouldn't even call it a disease. You have to educate people. And by saying to all the people, use a condom or don't have sex, this is not educating.
There's not about 2,500 to 3,000 new cases each year in Germany, which is not very much compared to other countries. And that's why the awareness, especially from governments or from places where you get funding, is very limited. Even the schools are not asking for prevention anymore.
In schools you always have, they always talk about sexual transmitted diseases and so on. They are talking about HIV, but maybe 1 hour, and that's it. And I think in schools, if you talk about how do people live with that chronic disease, and you talk about relations, you talk about love, you talk about all the things that are stigma, discrimination, and why there's no reason to be stigmatized.
Je peux affirmer que je sais de quoi je parle. Je sais ce que c'est le rejet, d'une manière générale, des séropositifs. Quelque part, je vais utiliser un mot qui est pas très politiquement correct, mais on est encore des pestiférés. On sent encore mauvais.
And a lot of, especially young people, have the misconception that there's treatment for HIV, that it can be cured. I've seen it myself. I was at the hospital and the guy said, oh, give me that stuff for the 3 months and I'm cured. And he broke when he heard that he had to take it lifelong.
So in your opinion, would you like to see the media do more or the government do more, mixture of
I
both?
should do more. I think each case is one too many. And I cannot save the world, I'm not thinking about it, but if I can save one person's life, then I've done my job, you know?
Après 20 ans, je ne peux pas me mettre à la place d'une personne séronégative. Je n'ai pas le même regard.
No, non è attraverso degli spot che anche noi abbiamo fatto, non è attraverso delle campagne ministeriali, è proprio partendo dalla vita quotidiana delle persone, il lavoro, il vicino di casa, il comune nel quale abiti, l'ambiente sociale, quello cambia lo stigma, non spot in televisione che durano 30 secondi. Alla gente non fa presa, secondo me no.
I gave an interview to the Austrian television that was live with my name, no perruque, no wig, no whatsoever. And at the time, doing this in Austria was like really jumping in cold water, or something like that. I mean, you showed the scared people, I am free of any sort of anxiety.
Yeah.
I think maybe this, that there's really nothing, there's nothing I'm afraid of. Not in a religious or metaphysic way that I think there's a caring God that prays for me, but there is really nothing I'm afraid of.
I'm amazed it's made it this far, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it would have.
I hope it makes it all the way back then.
Yeah. Well, I said to you, if it made it to Dover, then it would probably make it all the way.
It's wherever it breaks down, we'll name it after the town or city as it breaks down.
With our documentary, I'm hoping it will start to, I mean, if it has half the impact Franke's film has had, that would be unbelievable. He was saying that where it's at now, it's ready to be used as a blueprint to be carried out into other countries. Release the book, put that into schools and all the programs he's doing and projects, and you can then change policies on it and change people's mindsets. I'd love to do that in Britain, you know, if it needs to be done. Through the Swiss Alps, that was the best bit of the trip for me.
Amazing.
From 36 degrees or 37 degrees in Milan to 16, 15 degrees in the Swiss Alps. Snow, 1 minute sun cream, next minute snow.
Yeah.
Tunnel! We're going through the mountains. We just teased. What the fuck was that?
That was just picturesque though, wasn't it? Just driving up the side of that mountain and then down the other side, it was just like, oh my god. Yeah, it was lush.
Part of this documentary is looking at how people without HIV and AIDS get involved and do something more, maybe become a scientist that's working on the treatment, or maybe do charity work or work within an organisation that's helping. How do you think you can inspire those people to start to get involved? Do we need it to make it more relevant to them?
Io non lo so perché abbiamo provato tutte le strade per aumentare la percezione del rischio HIV per chi l'HIV non ce l'ha.
My experience is that most people who work in that field and are not affected themselves work there because they have family or friends or somebody close affected. And that is the best thing that works in getting people to start working in charity or wherever.
E questo vale per l'HIV ma vale per tutte le altre patologie. Quando tu non sei toccato o personalmente o molto vicino, un evento, in questo caso l'HIV, ti sembra molto lontano.
The AIDS Safe here in Frankfurt has a lot of volunteers, but there are always usually people, not only gay people, straight people, parents and whatever, who are somehow personally affected.
We got their attention just by showing ourselves. And I think also people that are living with HIV, and I understand stigma and discrimination, but if we don't come out, who will? Yeah. We have to do the first step with the help of a lot of people. We need a lot of people to help us, but once you get in a country, once you have a few people that say, okay, we want to show ourselves, we want to show how we are living, take those people, help them to spread their message, and then finally other people will see, I had another image about the disease. I thought everybody was dying. They're not dying anymore. He's working, he's doing sport, he's running the 10 miles of Antwerp.
What we found within the UK is the politicians tend to only pay attention when the media starts talking about it. So is that a similar thing in Italy? Are the politicians here listening at the moment? Are they making the changes that you want made?
Uno dei miei compiti è nel Partito Democratico nel quale io sono, ho delle deleghe, è quello che sull'affare HIV deputati e senatori mi chiamano quando devono fare interrogazioni parlamentari o quando devono fare delle mozioni. L'Italia è il secondo paese al mondo che ha una legge 135. Io ho avuto l'onore nel 90 di far parte del gruppo che ha generato quella legge. Ora quella legge è vecchia, va cambiata perché la persona con HIV è cambiata.
My life has taken a completely other direction, and I feel very good in the direction that I'm taking now. I see that I can help a lot of people with that, and I hope that other countries will follow, because what we did here in Belgium has never been done in any country. So I would propose other governments to talk with their national television stations, also to put us here about people that are living with HIV. This is the best way to change the mentality and to spread the information. This is the best way you can do it.
Questo è il mio obiettivo primario. Il secondo obiettivo è l'accesso alle opportunità di lavoro senza richiedere il test dell'HIV alle persone che stanno cercando lavoro. Questi sono i miei due obiettivi. Poi ce ne sono tanti altri correlati, ma uno è la battaglia per rimanere in salute e l'altra è la battaglia per accedere al posto di lavoro, giocandocela un po' alla pari.
What does the future hold for you two? Where next?
We talked about this as well, didn't we?
We're having a little conversation about what's going to happen in the future.
This year we've got, well, the documentary coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe another trip. Vegas to Venezuela.
Yeah.
It's just proving the concept works, and if it works for HIV and AIDS, it can work for cancer, it can work for diabetes, it can work for anything really.
Oui, j'ai des projets, ouais. Mais oui, j'aimerais déménager. Et là, quelque part, je vais retomber avec un rapport avec le VIH. C'est que je dois absolument me rapprocher de mon lieu de travail, parce que les transports en commun sont difficiles pour moi et il y a encore beaucoup à faire pour les handicapés en général dans les transports en commun. Et il faut absolument que je me rapproche de mon lieu de travail.
Well, I hope I can become a good tour guide for quite specialized people, and I hope I can also engage with some artistic projects. I mean, I have a very strong artistic thing in me, but I never go for it. Maybe because I'm too fuzzy, maybe because I'm too lazy, I don't know, but I'm like...
I've seen a virus on a picture before, but I saw my own virus. And I said, you are not going to kill me. And until today, it didn't happen, you see. You know? But I found my way, I've gone through a lot of shit. But now, I'm actually a happy person. And I can live happy with having HIV, why not?
I mean, some people say that I'm the most productive artist who never produced anything. Because I always produce something, but I never put the shit together. You know?
At the beginning, I made plans for a week. Or max a month, not years or even 10 years. Now I'm almost 50 years old. I didn't even think to get that old. Getting old is only for the brave.
It's really interesting. I think we've not yet scratched the surface of HIV and AIDS in Britain. And that's going to be really, really interesting to see what people's views are, whether people are being discriminated in our country, and the information that we gathered now, you know, is giving us a really good ground to create this documentary that will hopefully change some agendas if they need changing, but we need to find that out first.
Should be here any minute. Right guys, everybody, here in a minute, so go ahead.
Hello!
In Britain, like Frankie was saying, they've got it in schools, going into schools now, haven't they? So he's got it going around schools, so they learn about it while they're in school.
Yeah.
It's not just like in European places, in Africa, that HIV and AIDS exists. I mean, it is back home in Britain as well. I mean, just like our friends and stuff, our families, they don't really know anything about it. They don't think, oh yeah, I can't get that, but anybody can get it.
That's the thing, because there's no relevance to them. They've never had to think about it, and you've never had to care, because you know it's just another TV ad asking for a donation. But hopefully with this, we'll hit home into actually these people are really similar. These people care about the same things you care about.
And look at all the things they've got going on in these different countries in Europe, right next to home, to just try and help them out.
Yeah.
Well done, well done, Joe.
A word about you all the time.
Hello, Chrissy, you're right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you manage to wash your t-shirts and iron them?
You smelt them?
Did you take your Aunt Sue's advice?
What's that?
The white ones
Fresh underpants every day.
So that's it. The end of the road. We're back in Las Vegas. Las Vegas to Venice. 3,000 miles. 10 countries. 8 days. And that's a wrap. That's all, folks.
Good one.
Is there anything that you'd like to leave with our viewers at all? Anything?
C'è qualcosa che vuoi, una frase finale con cui vuoi lasciare ai nostri telespettatori?
Due cose. Uno, c'è un grosso problema, opportunità-problema, dove la comunità HIV dovrà fare molta attenzione, che è l'arrivo dei farmaci generici sugli antiretrovirali. Nei paesi industrializzati abbiamo raggiunto la sopravvivenza molto importante grazie ad alcuni farmaci. Dobbiamo tutti noi monitorare che i farmaci generici o equivalenti siano efficaci tanto quanto quelli brandizzati. La seconda è che una persona con HIV fa figli, si sposa, vive. La persona con HIV è una persona normale. Chi pensa che la persona con HIV abbia ancora dei pregiudizi nei confronti degli eterosessuali, perché non abbiamo parlato del pregiudizio inverso, ce l'ha nel momento, non lo dice, perché una persona con HIV non dice di avere l'HIV? Perché ha paura che dall'altra parte ci sia discriminazione. Quindi c'è un pregiudizio inverso. Io ho il pregiudizio che tu che non sei seropositivo non mi possa capire. Tu hai il pregiudizio che io abbia l'HIV. Quindi questa roba va un po' cambiata.
Give all